Good work doing the Trustpilot thing prior to the purchase.
You don't.
Yeah, did you not have that experience recently?
Yeah, I just got scammed. I posted about this laundry folding machine. It's gotten like so much engagement.
Yeah, I commented on it.
Everyone's like, tell me more about this laundry folding thing. So there's like 1 million different sellers on Alibaba of this machine.
Like the same machine.
The same machine. There's like a bunch, but regardless, I like get down the road in discussions with this guy. He's giving me dimensions, specs, all this different stuff. Seems really legit. And then he says that he can't take payment through Alibaba, and then he wants me to pay him through PayPal.
Have you found there's a lot of sketchy? I've never bought anything off of Alibaba.
I've bought 2 things so far. One, I got like, the adjustable Bowflex weights where you like turn the handle.
Yeah.
So I bought like a dope, like adjustable set of weights that are steel, and they're branded like Choose Boston.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And that was legit.
They showed up. They were half the price of like, Bowflex or whatever. And then I also bought naturally like a giant water slide for the lake.
And that showed up fine.
Yeah.
But now your laundry machine, what happened?
Yeah, so the laundry machine, so we move it to PayPal. I'm like, all right, I'm still using my credit card and I'm using PayPal.
So you can always
I have some recourse here. But he called me like while we were setting up and says that he needs $250 for insurance. But don't worry, if the package successfully is delivered, you'll be refunded the $250. And I was like, explain that business model where you can buy insurance. And then if they don't spend money on you, you get your whole premium back.
And they just have to log into your computer to help correct the error.
And that's when he's like, it's already halfway across the world. Did you check the tracking document? So then I just screenshotted the tracking website that he gave me for some foreign like UPS thing. And I put it in ChatGPT and just wrote like, is this a scam? And it's like, most certainly yes. So
you're never going to you don't think you're going to get your machine?
I don't think I'm going to get the machine, and I don't.
You can dispute it, right?
I can try. We'll see. It's $300 that's out there. I certainly didn't pay the $250.
Finished materials for your projects on Alibaba?
Yeah. So we're fitting out an office space right now. It's kind of a tangent, but we're calling it the Union. And the idea is I need to come up with a better thing to say than WeWork for real estate space, because WeWork has such like a scammy connotation to it, but it's kind of what
it's not scammy. It wasn't a great business model. It kind of fell apart.
Well, I think it also it stemmed from
fraud.
It stemmed from the guy who founded it.
Yeah,
I mean, I think I didn't read into it. Maybe you guys did, and I'm just talking out of my ass here. But I thought the idea was that he just over levered himself, and he had these like ridiculously expensive leases, and then he was trying to get higher, subleases.
What is he like? He was like absolute ragers and stuff. Like,
I mean, he was doing all those things, but like Bernie Madoff style fraudulent
he was
accounting,
taking people's investments.
Like
going
all of these, the financial health of the company was not disclosed to everyone investing in it, and that's putting it very nicely.
Okay. And then he wanted to, because I thought he came back to the market and wanted to do multifamily.
Yeah, he is. He's got a fund. America loves second chances, right?
And third and
yeah.
So you said you're buying.
So the Union, the WeWork space, we have a really cool interior designer we're working with, and she spec'd out light fixtures, all kinds of like wall coverings. I'm thinking what else, even furniture, and all of it comes on like an Excel sheet with like links to West Elm, 4 of these, 5 of those from Article or Blue Dot, and the pricing. So like I know that the package for furniture, for example, wants to be like $30,000. I mean, we're buying that for, if I told you half, it's like.
So what are you doing? Just like a reverse image search of the stuff that she's
bingo,
and then it just like pops up on some random sketchy website.
Yeah. So like the mid-century modern couch that was like $3,700, it's like $1,200 shipped, assuming I'm not getting scammed. I haven't seen it yet.
It's probably coming from the same factory. Like if you're not getting scammed,
bingo,
right? Like
I had one person say to me, and like whether they're lying or not, who knows? But like, yeah, we make that product for that company.
Interesting.
So
if this pans out, you'll start like buying finished materials potentially.
Like here's where you get screwed. UL listed light fixtures or anything electrical. Like, if you have a Newton electrical inspector, careful.
Well, also plumbing fit, like you're not
Yeah.
buying like non-mass approved.
Well, but yeah, Massachusetts. We should back up because
plumbing
Massachusetts has
fixtures.
an actual approved plumbing fixture database. So you
Right,
need to
yeah.
make sure, at least for the projects where the inspectors.
Yeah,
are
probably
checking
plumbing
that.
fixtures you can't do it for, but like,
Spec sheets.
I mean, are you
Submittals.
like how
Yeah.
many on when you're buying light fixtures on Wayfair? It's like,
Yeah, the MA approved plumbing fixture thing is such a scam too. It's just like everybody needs their pound of flesh, and I think
Yeah.
that the state probably gets some money for this.
I was
but,
gonna say, is it like a pay to play kind of thing, or just another?
I mean,
tax?
they're
I don't
gonna
even think it's just, and it's very few states that have their. It's like Massachusetts, California,
yeah.
and like
Yeah.
maybe New York.
Yeah.
There's no other state that
I like the states that are overregulated and have out migration problems.
You know, it's a scam. Is those labels on literally everything that you buy that says this may cause cancer. Like that's a California regulation.
Oh, yeah,
it's
it's
like
plastic
crop-
one.
They don't know where the products
yeah.
are going,
Like
so
crop
they ship it with
whatever.
everything. Right. Like, what can't you buy? Like, where's
Yeah.
the cancer-free products?
Yeah, so I mean,
What's the point of that?
the plumbing fixture thing, just to close the loop, is if technically about having no lead. So it's certified that within the valve
and the flow
And the-
some tubes too.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
you can't
GPM.
buy like you like,
Like a low
even if
flow
you're on,
certified.
it's interesting. Like
Mhm.
some of those websites are pretty smart about it. Like if you're on Ferguson's website
Yeah.
and you're buying plumbing fixtures, if it's over certain gallons per minute, it will say cannot ship to a Massachusetts address. It will
Mhm.
actually come up when you try to add it to your cart, which is actually smart on Ferguson's
Yeah.
part. But like, yeah, so like I think between being mass approved and you need to like, you can't waste water. basically.
That's where your business partner lives in New Hampshire and
Sometimes
have his business
Yeah.
address saved.
Yes. The low flow stuff's important for sub-metering purposes and all that good stuff.
Well, no, not some. If they're paying, why do you care about if it's low flow or not?
It has to be low flow in order for you to be allowed to sub-meter. You have to have certain.
Well, I think it just has to be a certain gallons per minute or less just to buy it in Massachusetts.
There's that, but if you put something in that has too high of a gallons per minute,
they won't.
They view it as almost as if the tenant doesn't know better, so they should automatically get low flow. Is another regulation.
Wow.
And then they complain that your water is just trickling out of your shower.
Yeah, how many of those did we have?
A lot.
Shower heads came on. They're like, "Isn't this can go any stronger?" I'm like,
yeah, everyone complained
sorry.
about them.
Yeah.
This is what we have.
I know. I had a similar situation with some expensive units, and I was like, here's Maura Healy's email address. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But there is a way to sort of jerry rig those things. I mean, I'm not really a big Trump guy. Ray's getting excited. We're getting into politics. I'm not a Trump guy, and I don't like any of the immigration stuff particularly. Just
putting it out there.
But
his
low flow plumbing fixture thing, I can get on board with that. That's the.
You're making me out to be like the David Sachs of this podcast, like the right wing Trump, arm of this podcast.
I mean, relative to
just
Dan
I'm
and
in
I,
New Hampshire,
relative to us, you probably are.
Sure, I probably skew more right than you guys.
Yeah,
but you never know. Sometimes I'm like a chameleon.
I'm pretty conservative. I'm fiscally conservative.
I mean,
you know what I like to do? I like to code switch. There's a term you guys love.
I don't even know what that is.
Is that when you wear your wife's high heels?
Code switching is basically just like personality mirroring in some ways. A lot of people get criticized for, putting down an accent around somebody that is not a native, like, U.S. born citizen and trying to like blend in and.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. Well,
okay.
All right.
This is really
so Alibaba.
Wait, where does the line? Where do you draw the line?
We never did the intro music.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
I was waiting for the right time. You guys didn't give me your video.
Boy, I have so many questions now. So like you mirror the person you're talking to, but like walk me through it. Like it's one thing if the person you're talking to just has a Southern drawl, but like what if the person you're talking to is like,
it's just a way to make people feel more comfortable around them. Like you kind of act similar to them. You can be your own person, but I mean, I don't know. It comes with some controversy. I'm not saying I do it all the time. I'm just saying like I'll gel with people to not be combative or to,
I kind of like you read I think I understand it now. You read the person and you kind of figure out what their personality is like, and then you like kind of cater to that.
I'll cater to it. I just try to not do anything that they might think is offensive, which I know is a little too left of my persona for you. But
But what if they're like,
try to be sensitive to people.
what if they're espousing like anti-Semitic racist views?
Well, then that's no good. Then
Okay.
I just
You don't-
yeah them, and then I don't talk to them again. You know? You kind of have to
Okay.
I don't want to like come across and be like, hey, that's not
Alright.
cool, and then I'm getting shivved. You know, we don't want that.
Well, we're gonna lose.
So
I'm gonna give you a couple more
if
scams.
anybody's
we
still
just-
listening to this podcast,
we have
we're going way off course
all
here.
25 of our subscribers just unsubscribed.
I think another scam that's real is so like I need a key box. You know, a lot of people know Knox boxes on the outside of the building. So you similarly in an elevator machine room, you need a equivalent of a Knox box, which is a fire rated locked box that the municipality has a key to open. So I've been searching
It's
around
new to me. I've never
This is
heard
new?
of this because we didn't do that
for the elevator machine room.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to. Well, I guess if you have a Knox box on the outside of your building,
Right.
Right.
Oh,
Which has
I say
keys
things
to
so
get in.
funny. You can put your elevator, your
Machine room key.
your firefighter operation key.
Maybe you're
in
talking
that.
about an actual machine room. Ours is an MRL, machine roomless.
You still
it's
in
the same
Massachusetts, you
thing.
still need a machine. I mean, that's another very strange
We
thing.
just put a master key in the Knox box,
Yeah.
and it opens every door in the
Yeah.
building.
Yeah,
Problem
but
solved.
you also need like a Cone A2 key or an elevator operation key. Like you know that like when the
Oh.
fire alarm goes off, it's tied to your elevator,
Yeah.
and there's a key that the fire department has that lets them run it in that circumstance.
In the elevator machine.
Yeah,
Oh, I see. I
Well-
think it's actually in the machine room, but
Yeah.
to get to that machine room, you have to.
I don't think we have a specific box.
We
in the
definitely
machine
don't.
room.
We have an elevator room key, which is, that's all
Okay.
taken care of.
Oh,
Anyway,
whatever.
We're getting
Well, yeah.
else.
basically it's $400 and there's one company. So I reached out to Boston Fire Department. I'm like waiting for a response, but I'm like, who else manufactures this thing that like only you have a key to? And I know what the answer is. All
It's
right.
the same thing for like post office
Yes.
boxes.
That's where
Salisbury
I was going
Industries
next. I
is
know.
the only company because they're like
I know.
approved by the USPS. It's the only company that makes the boxes.
And they're so
it's the
serious about it.
boxes, but they don't even give you the locks. Now you're waiting on the post office once you've installed
Well,
it and they've
yeah.
inspected it. And
But
said
like
it's
they have to be
good.
like specific height.
Right.
Like it's
I know.
like they're like very, very anal about it.
USPS approved post box. I know.
Wild.
Yeah. So
Well, let's kick this off, guys.
yeah, do it.
15 minutes in.
Yes, 15 minutes in. Oh, okay. Yes. Doesn't matter.
Music is music. People love the intro.
How many comments have we gotten on this? I've not seen any comments. Let's
No, just in general.
Yeah, dude.
People,
All right.
Yeah.
make them feel at home. Makes them feel comfortable.
What do you think of our new studio?
It's very cozy.
For those of
Cozy,
you watching,
little
it
word.
smells like burnt sugar currently. That's
Yeah.
our candle flavor of the day. We'll make sure we mix that up. For
That's so
everybody.
romantic that you guys lit a candle.
I mean,
Dan does it. Dan,
I did it for
Dan knows how
yeah,
to get
it's
me to
the
the office.
ambiance.
Yeah, ambiance, cover to mask Ray's farts.
It's basically right.
I get it.
Oh gosh.
So
So what are we talking about?
we're talking
Thrifts
about
and
like scams.
So
and
I think
like-
in terms of real estate, really, here's where the meat and potatoes of this is. It's like you can't go for we say good, better, best. You can't just go best.
Yeah.
Like occasionally you've got to roll the dice and look at something and say like, where's how much Advil can I buy for how much savings, and is it worth it? And like, how do you evaluate those decisions? Like for me, it's never going to be like my electrician or HVAC guy. Like I'm not going to take the low cost provider there. You know, is it finishes? Is it a certain trade that you're like, fuck it?
Yeah, I mean, over the years, like on some of our earlier projects, we said, why don't we bundle the plumber and the HVAC contractor and only work with somebody that does both? Because when we were first starting out, plumbing would blame HVAC, HVAC would blame plumbing. People's, equipment would be in the way, ducts would be in the way, things get cut. So we're like, let's just consolidate it, and no one can, they're not going to yell at themselves. And
Yeah, I think
went okay.
yeah, I think this to your point, Mark, I agree with you. I think that there's got to be a balance between what you're spending real dollars on and what you can kind of find in certain areas. I mean, now that like the internet is so powerful now, and you can find things like you don't have to go. Like, remember when you had to like go to a lighting store and like look at all of the lights or look at the catalogs? Like, it's just, you don't have to do that anymore. Like, there's so many places where you can source materials. I think finished materials is like the biggest thing, like between tile and light fixtures and floor coverings. Like, there's just tens of thousands of options.
There's too many options.
It's almost, yeah, you can get overwhelmed. Like, how many times have you just been like spent like scrolling on Wayfair looking for a light fixture? It's like,
or Alibaba. Yeah.
Or Alibaba.
I know, but I love the reverse image search. I think that's a great hack.
Yes.
And like,
especially on the expensive sites, like like the Crate and Barrels and the Restoration Hardwares and stuff. I think
we did that in Lynn with that chandelier type light.
No, we did that in Billerica.
And
I found there was like a Restoration Hardware chandelier that I wanted, and it was like $5,000, and I found it on some sketchy website for like $1,500 or something like that. And it came and it worked and it was fine.
Yeah. And I'm sure if you're like a lighting geek, you're going to be like, oh, the LED driver is inferior. And, the finish on it is this instead. And like, you're probably right, but it's 15 feet in the air. And, in 10 years, it's going to be out of style anyway.
Yeah.
Relax. So
what's the best deal that you've gotten? Like, have you found something and gotten like 70% off and it was basically identical? Or
light fixtures is a great one.
I think light fixtures are all
careful on UL ratings.
Yeah.
And if you get if you're electrical inspector sees a box with a bunch of Chinese writing on it, it's not going to be great for you probably.
And maybe I don't know how much it would matter or how much it plays out, but like the color temperatures, you got to make sure that those are also pretty consistent.
A lot of light fixtures now, though, have the selector now built in where you can like change the color temperature right on the fixture. It ranges from like 2,700 to like 5,000 or something like that, and you just select which ones you want.
Yeah, I mean, Windows, I think you get a great bang for your buck right now.
Yeah,
for like European tilt and turn windows. Like, I'll plug, Drew Tex, who I like Peter and I like those guys and that product, but it's an amazing quality window for that price. And it's not that different from just buying something on whatever Alibaba form.
Like, I was having this conversation with my lumber rep yesterday because we're pricing out Drew Tex for a project we're doing, and he was like talking to me, and he was like, this is like older guy like that only used like Anderson 400 series. Like, that's all he used. And
it's Todd.
Oh, really? You know him?
Yeah.
And so like he had like I think he said he had like a 50 something unit building, and he priced out Anderson 400s.
Anderson 100s.
Oh, they were 100s?
Single hung, and it's still.
And so he's priced out Anderson 100s, and then he priced out the Drew Tex. And I think it came in like $50,000.
Yeah.
Less.
For a much better window than an Anderson 100.
Much better window.
Yeah.
It's like a vinyl. The Anderson 100 is like a vinyl replacement window. It's like a vinyl window. It's like.
We used to do the Marvin Essentials series, or when we were doing projects.
We would do the Integrities, but I think they changed the name.
That name stuff drives me crazy.
It's funny too, because like, look, on Windows, Geldwin, it's like,
have you ever used a Geldwin window?
I know,
but
I haven't seen them used a lot anymore. They kind of like
fizzled. I know.
Everyone used to use them.
But like, I guess where I'm going with this is like the criticism, and it's legitimate, of buying a window from Poland or wherever, is that when you need like a crank or like the thing gets scratched and you need just one little covers, it's impossible to get. It's going to take weeks. You got to do this. Geldwin's an American company, I believe. Not that much better.
No,
like
the lead times are not much.
Still a huge pain in the ass when you need that new handle. Like, if anybody,
and they're stocking a lot of this stuff now. Like, I know, like Nebs or like the lumber suppliers, if they're doing enough business, they'll have like a couple dozen boxes of extra handles laying around if you need one. Right.
I have a finished building right now, and I think one of the only real outstanding issues is the French sliding doors where the handles came white instead of black, and I'm still waiting for the handles. It's like, guys, you're going to go into my buyers' homes pretty soon.
Right.
And I alerted you to this problem when they were delivered during framing. That's an American window company. And I'm a pretty good customer.
That's brutal.
Yeah, it's brutal. That is brutal. Yeah, it's just I think people are super loyal,
Mhm.
and I think you're like that's what people are kind of holding on to.
Mm.
But I don't think that you. I think the days of being loyal to a single company or manufacturer or brand
Mm.
are over. Like I just
Stuff.
why like what brand?
I don't agree with that necessarily. I think it depends on the service after the sale. If you have
Yeah.
issues, that's a huge factor. But price is very sensitive too. So I mean, you can't have a product that is even 50% over
But in
the norm.
today's society where you can price shop, like
Mhm.
you
Well,
can
like
get
tile. I
you
think tile's a really good example.
yeah.
I think tile and white.
I'm sure that if your entire world is tile,
Even
you can tell me
flooring.
all the
Even
difference.
flooring.
Yeah. Countertops. I don't know. To some extent, quartz is quartz. So, like, do I go to Cosmo Marble and Granite and bring with me,
Right.
yeah.
Like if you're going with like a pure white quartz, like
Yeah. So this is a factory. This is a warehouse nearby. I'm gonna plug it's Cosmo Marble and Granite, and my countertop provider, my installer. They've got a beautiful showroom, all these different, you name the product. They have it on display. And my rep understands our business model. And she's like, listen, I'm gonna make an appointment for you. Go to this warehouse. It's 10 minutes down the road. And like you need to kind of shower after you leave. Like it's not it is not the same as the showroom I came from.
The retail consumers leave the showroom.
They have I think they pull in pallet after pallet of lookalikes for, name the expensive quartz product that you're used to seeing. Carrera Gold, Bianca whatever it is. And this stuff is gorgeous. Porcelains and quartzes. And I don't know, I would say you're going to buy that for 30 to 40% less. And they're still making markup.
it's just not. It's just it's like an OEM name. It's like it's not the brand name. It's like it's this. It's all comes from the same factory.
Is it like olive oil from Italy, where it has to come from a certain region, or like even the tomatoes, the marine? I'm gonna butcher the tomato.
San Marzano.
San Marzano.
I think you're talking more.
Is that where the stone?
I think you're talking. I think that's really
have to
natural.
get from a certain region that makes the price go up, or
I don't know.
Look,
or the
input. Yeah, I think it's.
I mean, certain like actual like stones, like certain marbles and stuff will only come from specific quarries in specific parts of the world, right? So, like Carrera, I think I think Carrera is pretty common, but like other types of marbles, like I forget the like dolomites and like that type of stuff. It's like that will only come from specific quarries. Right. But like quartz is made in a factory. Like it doesn't matter. Right?
Yeah.
Where it comes from.
And I'm sure if that's your world and that's what you do all day, every day, you're going to like respond with
like, oh, the resins that this
the
company,
finish that's put on this and the coffee stain is going to wipe off on the good one, but not fuck you. I don't, I don't believe you.
Yeah. It's like flooring is kind of the same way. There's so many flooring options.
There are a lot of flooring options.
So many flooring options.
Yeah.
I
mean, I believe strongly that like so much of what you're paying for is the brand, and behind the beautiful showroom and the espresso, the Nespresso coffee they give you is the same product that you get in the place that you need to shower when you left from. It's like, it's this elevated experience with that wood floor, but like, you don't think they're bringing that in from wherever? Like,
I also think what you're paying for is how many times a product is handled. So if you're buying direct from the manufacturer, how many people do you cut out? You're cutting out, in certain instances, you're cutting out the distributor, and then you're cutting out the end, like the fabricator or the person that's like reselling it at the end. So it's like you're cutting out and they all want to cut. They're all getting a cut. So it's like
need a cut.
Well, light fixtures is the worst that way.
Yeah.
And
tile.
Yeah.
And tile.
For sure.
And some companies that's how they compete, right?
Yeah.
But I think flooring, it all depends. If you're going to go with real hardwood, I would care more about the actual manufacturing process and, what clarity you're looking for on the wood and what the moisture content's going to be when it arrives. Like if they're cutting wood and not drying it completely, and then you're getting all screwed up after the installation.
Look, I'm more talking about like VCT, engineered hardwoods,
engineered, what we did
densified hardwoods.
Right. What we did in Lynn was we actually ended up taking a bunch of floor samples. Actually, I think our architect did this and did like a water test. And we did a drop test. We wanted to see what would happen if you drop shit on it. And we found the product now, was it Floret?
Floret.
And that one has been nearly indestructible.
Yeah.
For
Use
us.
of all your time.
There's no like cardboard kind of middle area, so it doesn't swell if there is a water incident.
Yeah.
We'll call it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was very stable. We liked it.
That's
I
dope.
think utility. I'm a utilitarian, so like I just care about functionality. I know you guys. It's got to look nice, and I agree. But I also
Again, it's a fine balance. And again, it depends on the
can't
price
break.
point.
It can look beautiful, but if it's gonna break and I gotta fix it 12 times a year, that sucks.
Yeah. I'll give you another good one. Door hardware. So
oh yeah,
you know, shout out Josh Brandt, but Josh has a theory, and I've sort of adopted it, that like the things you need to pay attention to, the most attention to, are things that you interact with daily and that you reach and touch. You know, if it's this fixture in your commercial building that's 20 feet in the air, but like door hardware, every time you come in our room, so it has to feel rich, heavy, all those things. But like I'm paying $120 a handle set for MTech or Baldwin.
No.
Like I just can't do it. Not in a project in Dorchester.
No.
Like it doesn't make any sense. So I went on like a mission to find.
There's a good middle ground.
Yeah.
A very good
middle ground these days.
Mega handles.
I mean, I use it in my own house.
The CEO and head of sales drove to Boston. They brought a bunch of samples with them. We had lunch.
Based out of New York?
Based out of New York. They're in Brooklyn. And I was like, you know, you can feel the heft to it.
Yeah.
And it's a great product. And like.
We're using it in Dorchester too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I would keep wanting to say half price. It's probably less than.
Oh, it's way less. It's probably a quarter.
Yeah.
I brought that. I literally got I got a sample of a Baldwin lock, and then I got the equivalent sample from you of mega handles, and they look almost identical. And I brought it to my interior designer.
Yeah.
And I showed her both. And I was like, tell me which one is
awesome.
Baldwin. I told me which one is mega handles, and she couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, it's like a wine tasting, right?
Couldn't tell. Yeah,
$2,000 bottle. I
couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, they all believe that they can. And you know, for every horror story that you'll get about like some quartz product that like took, I'll give you like 4 really expensive brands where I actually like was convinced. I spent the money, and then I'm like, holy fuck, like this thing sucks.
I had a buddy
and they didn't back it up at all. Like.
I've seen like restoration hardware light fixtures that you put in a bathroom, and then 6 months later it's peeling off or rusting because of the humidity in the bathroom. It's made. It's supposed to be made. It's a vanity light fixture.
Yeah,
and then they'll replace it, which is great customer service. But why did it have to get replaced in the first place?
Yeah,
it's with the door handles. It's almost like the Dyson model where you can't just go based on the weight. You got to go how many times did they open and close it. And did that handle set hold up, or did the knob fall off, or did the
finish
thing get gummed up on the inside with no oil or grease?
But I liked Josh's thing where like saying where it's like you want to spend the money on things that people are going to interact with daily.
Yeah,
you know, cabinets, cabinetry, like that type of stuff. Like that's like anything someone's touching on a day-to-day basis or using on a day-to-day basis. You want to make sure that. But like you said, like you know, stuff that's.
Speaking of cabinetry, absolutely, you can never, ever, it's got to be a cardinal sin. No, what is it? The, not the corrugated cardboard, the
MDF?
Not MDF. Well, even MDF, I would argue. Like anything but plywood. It has to be plywood, right?
Plywood box.
Plywood box.
That's pretty standard these days.
Do you have any reservations about using like non-plywood boxes?
I prefer a plywood box.
I know
I think cabinetry is also another one.
Yeah, you can bring in. The problem that we face is that we don't do enough volume.
Yeah.
If you were really in a place where you reliably could do 120 units a year, it'd be worth it to just bring containers in of kitchens.
But you've even seen it, like the commercial line of certain cabinets is insanely less expensive.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. And there's like you can't really see the difference in the quality between, you know what I mean? Like when you get above like 14 or 15 units,
right,
the price like plummets on cabinetry, and it's just it's another thing where I think there's so many cabinet manufacturers and they come flat pack now from like overseas.
I'll
like
give
all
you
this-
actually a good one. Mirrors and bathroom specialties, towel bars,
Oh,
all that stuff. Like you can spend if you want to go with like a Brizo matching towel bar.
Oh God.
You know,
Yeah.
like I guess if you use some sort of like gunmetal black, you probably
I had to do
screw it.
that in my house because I
Um,
use there's
yeah,
like they're
but
very specific
otherwise, like
color.
don't be an idiot. And it is funny how like design. A lot of times I feel like design professionals or like sophisticated general contractors that I've worked with on the owner side will like roll their eyes at you like, oh,
Yeah.
that's what you're gonna put in?
Like you're
It's like-
buying that on Amazon?
I'm always just like,
No, you can do well
yeah.
with those fixtures.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what you
give me your credit card. Let's see what we're gonna buy now. And if you're
Right.
still gonna
The one deal, speaking of that daily interaction, I mean, nothing drives me more crazy than when the towel bar or the TP holder starts rotating, moving, coming out of the wall. So everything got blocked when we
That's
started
nice.
doing stuff. You got to block it all and keep it locked
Okay.
in there. Because the little dainty screws and the, hardware they give you, that
yeah.
one tenant, and they rip it out.
It's tough on a high rise because all that blocking needs to be fire rated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just one of many challenges, the high rise. But you know, I guess let's go flip to trades quickly and then I'll wrap this up. But
Yeah.
we've talked a lot about finishes and like where you can find savings and where it's okay to go after them and, where frankly I wouldn't, it just isn't worth the risk. But the longer I do this, the more I realize like, I don't know that there is a trade that I'm really willing to just like, fuck it. It's just painting. Like I've now worked with good painters and bad painters.
Yeah.
It's like, actually that really does matter. Flooring really matters.
Yeah.
Drywall plaster, maybe board hangers is a bit of a
I've seen
commodity.
board
Even board
hangers.
hangers
I've
can
seen
be
board
bad.
hangers kind of sketchy too.
You
Like,
get
Yeah.
screws that go through
Yeah.
things.
or they're
Yeah.
adding, or like
Yeah.
even at my house, like they were lazy. The hangers at my house, they were lazy, and they came to a point where the boards butted up, but they didn't hit a piece of strapping.
Mhm.
So they added like a 2x4. They didn't put a piece of strapping, so there was a big bump in my ceiling.
Yeah.
So like, because they were lazy and they didn't want to cut the board back to the piece of strapping and then use another piece to continue. It's like, so it's like, I think like board hangers, I think there's definitely good and bad, but like,
And even going to framing, I mean, that's set
framing,
you up
yeah.
for board
Hugely
hanging.
important.
If things
everything
aren't
to
plumb,
follow.
straight, flat,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever, you're in
Concrete
trouble.
foundations, like would not take the low cost provider.
yeah,
No.
Big
Whole
mistake.
building, your whole building.
there's definitely,
And there's so
I
much
agree with
roofing,
you.
don't
Like
want leaks.
Yeah.
tradesmen or tradespeople, there are good and there are bad.
Yeah.
So I think what it
Siding.
comes down to is you need to get specialists. There's nothing that scares me away from working with somebody that says, "Oh, I can do everything." You can do everything, but you can do nothing well, in my opinion, unless you started in this area.
Well, or
and you're trying
they're
to
gonna
expand.
sub it out.
Ding,
Or
ding,
the-
ding, ding,
yeah.
ding.
So it's like the
Yeah.
framer,
And then
who's-
you have no control.
yeah, it's like the framer who's like, oh, I'll do your siding and your roofing and like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like, but are you doing it or who is doing it?
No.
We put clauses in our contracts now that said if you're going to sub any workout, we have to approve of it first.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great move. There's some gray area where like if you buy HVAC and your sub is buying all the air handlers and heat pumps from, another company
Mhm.
and then the thermostats and control wiring from like, is that subbing it out?
No. I mean, like
Yeah.
doing the actual labor,
All right.
not materials. They
Yeah.
can buy wherever the hell they want. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
it really just comes down to, is the contractor sort of builder friendly versus do they want to work with a retail client and give them that kind of white glove experience?
So we haven't named a single trade that you can just reliably follow the price to the bottom and take the lowest one.
I don't think so.
I
Same
used
with
to-
landscaping to some degree,
Maybe
if it's not like overly
Yeah.
complicated.
What about insulation?
Yeah, I knew you were going to say insulation. I know. And
Even
insulation,
that can get screwed up.
insulation is such a race to the bottom. And there are really low prices out there. I'm going to say that like the best I can offer for some of these trades, maybe painting, maybe insulation, is like you don't need the most expensive guy. Like don't ever let someone tell you that like it's Rolls Royce or you're going to be screwed. But also like with
Like a
both
level
those
5
trades-
finish.
I mean, level 5 is is blue board plaster. It's what I like. Anyway, what I was saying is don't need the most expensive in certain trades, but you also, there's not one trade that I can come up with where like the absolute low cost provider is going to do an adequate job, and you should feel like, fuck it, let's just go with that.
Don't take the lowest, don't take the highest.
It's not framing, it's not
Get
finished
multiple
carpentry, it's not
bids.
roofing, it's not siding, it's not site, it's not concrete. Like,
what is it?
What is it? Is it elevator? It's not elevator.
You can't.
Oh my gosh, elevator, steel or any of that,
right.
Yeah. So
so good luck then.
Yeah. So the
just get multiple bids is the whole point.
Well, yeah, and the best that you're gonna do is don't get convinced that, like, you know, the paint guy who's, you know, instead of $350 a room is a $1,200 a room, and is really worth, like, that's also scammy.
I agree with you there.
So cool.
Oh, this was a good episode. I think
Excellent.
I think we hit a bunch of good topics, and hopefully this was valuable. Thank you for rating, listening, viewing, subscribing.
No, we saw a couple of reviews pop up. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so thank you guys. That's like the only way this podcast grows. Something we do just for fun, for the listeners, for content. And so if you can jump on Apple Podcasts and, give us, write a short review, have ChatGPT do it, helps the podcast grow.
See you on the next one.
Cheers.
Later.